Look how crazy this is. Roll down the window and look at this. I got a window of ice. This is all ice. Look at that. Let me do it again. Look at this. Drive safe, people. That is crazy, yo. Wow.
Night and day, I'm going through a lot. I don't plan on stopping, I don't plan on dropping. All I think about is building, doing something a little different at the finish line. It's time to get tilted, you don't understand the feeling. I'm leaning, I'm flying, I'm drifting this shit out this only morning, bacon and grits. It's time to get the work, dog.
What up, my beautiful people? As you guys can probably see a little bit, it's icy as hell today. But welcome to episode 4 of Rizzy Talks, where we talk about anything and everything. In today's video, we're going to be going over why I chose the Ram, not the Chevy or the Ford, SUV, or a car. Let's go. What up, peoples? If you're in western New York, check out my video down below, Bad Weather Driving, because today it is full of nothing but ice. Everything's full of ice. The top of my tires all froze over. Well, let me start off by letting you guys know how my weekend went. I got a speeding ticket this weekend. Those of you that watch me know I'm kind of an aggressive driver, a little road rage in me. There's a car in front of me going about 25 miles an hour, the 40-mile zone. I kept trying to pass him. Cars kept coming. He would speed up and slow down. So I got mad, and when I seen the gap, I took it. And of course, there's an unmarked cop car right there, pulled me over. So I got a ticket, and then I get to work, and I break my phone. Hell of a weekend. But anyway, let's get right to the story of how I got the Ram. Now, me and my wife were going out looking for a vehicle because we had about 4 vehicles. I'm blessed to have 4 vehicles at the time. None of them was brand new. I had an 04 Trailblazer and an 06 Kia van. Both of the van had about like 200 and something thousand miles on it. They both needed about $3,000 worth of work. I didn't want to put that kind of money into those vehicles, so we decided to take both of those vehicles and go get one. My whole thing was I wanted to get something that my kids can fit in because we do a lot of traveling for the lacrosse and football. And I also wanted something I could put their equipment in and that I didn't have to worry about. I wanted something with a little more horsepower as well. We do have a Traverse, which I'll be doing a review on soon. So we do have an SUV, but I wanted something for myself that had a little more horsepower. In my 06 Pontiac, I got a 5.3 V8 in it. I get about 303 horsepower. So I wanted something with a little more horsepower, a little bigger engine. I just love the sound of a V8. I love the power it makes. So I wanted something a little more powerful, my kids can fit in, and maybe some towing. Nothing big, just, you know, I'm looking at getting a trailer with some ATVs down the road or something like that. So we go out, and my thought was at first, because I do a lot of research when I'm looking for something. I like to know what I want before I get somewhere. Is I was thinking the Dodge Durango, to me it has a very aggressive look for an SUV. Then you can get it with the 5.3 Hemi in it. I got the all-wheel drive, it's got 3rd row seats, and it can tow. Like, I think it's like 7,400 pounds it can tow, which to me is not that bad. And I was looking at the Chevy Silverado, and the reason I was looking at the Chevy Silverado was for my job. We had a trailer that was 26 feet long, 8 feet high, about maybe 7 feet wide or something like that. And we towed it with a 2500 HD Silverado, and I was like, I love this truck. It was an extended cab, so I didn't think that they had room in there for the family, but like the fact that it knocked off a lot of my checklist items that I wanted. So we went to some of our local places around here. There's a particular guy I talked to 8 months ago. So I love to go into places and just look at vehicles. But this guy was real nice. He wasn't an asshole. He showed me in and outs of most of the vehicles that they had. So I wanted to go back and talk to him. A man of my word. I told him if I buy something, I'm gonna come back and talk to you. Well, when I went there, he wasn't available. I guess he was out. He's gonna be out for a couple of weeks for some medical reason. So, you know, that was like, oh, that kind of sucked. I didn't want to go with nobody else. But anyway, I asked if I can stroll around and just look at a couple of vehicles. And there was a Durango out there with the doors open. So I got in it, got in the front seat, and it was amazing. I mean, it was just the layout, the comfortability of it. It was nice. It was really, really nice. One thing I didn't like right away, I felt kind of narrow, like the sides were a little tight on me. But as far as leg room and everything in the front seat, it was great. My wife liked it. And something told me, yo, go to the back seat, make sure that, you know, the back seat is big. I'm 6'4", 350, so I just want to make sure if I can fit in the back seat comfortable, then my kids and my friends can. Because, like I said, my kids are kind of big. My oldest son is 13, almost 6 feet tall, you know, 140 pounds. My 10-year-old is like 5'2", he's like 160 pounds. So, you know, we're a big family. Oh man, it's a major accident up here. Major accident. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just crazy. It's like a tractor trailer. Like a car went under a tractor trailer. It's nuts. It's really nuts. Wow, this is nuts. Wow. A car underneath the tractor trailer. That is nuts, yo. Oh my God, look at that, y'all. Drive safe. Prayers, I hope whoever's in that vehicle, I hope they're okay and safe. Man, that's pretty it's pretty tough right there. I don't know if I should or not, but I do have my 4-wheel drive on. And that's because the roads are just straight ice and I'm driving slow anyway. But man, that is I hope whoever was in that accident right there is okay. All right, you guys can probably see it back there. I don't know if I'm in your way. I don't know if you can see it back there, but I drove around it. Back to what I was saying though. So yeah, we was in the Durango. Something told me to get in the back seat. So I set the front seat, you know, to where I feel comfortable driving, so I can see how the back seat is. Now, when I got in the back seat, I had to spread my legs like in a V, even to sit behind the seat, and I still was uncomfortable. It was pressed. There was no room. No room. You know, I tried to close the door, and I could not close the door. Oh my God, there's another accident up there. I want you guys to be careful if you're out there driving, man. This is not good. I hate to see accidents like this. I hate to see people down or hurt. But oh man, this is nuts. There's another accident up there, yo. Another one. Oh man, this is crazy, yo. Looks like a Chevy Traverse. The whole side is bashed in. That is crazy. You can probably see a little bit of it right behind me here. You got it up on the tow truck there. Man, that's pretty wild. Alright, but back to what I was saying. Too many cars out now. I wish I hadn't had to work today, man. That's what sucks. I work about 30 minutes out, 20, 30 minutes out. It'll take me a little longer. It might be a little late. I think it might be a little late. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So you guys, so I couldn't fit in the back seat. I couldn't even close the door. I couldn't close the door in the back seat. It was insane. Like, I really liked the Durango. I liked it for a while, about a good year. Thought it'd be a great vehicle. It's very aggressive looking, but there's no room. Now I do follow some YouTubers, and one YouTuber I seen get in this vehicle that's pretty tall. You guys probably watch him. I know I watch him quite a bit, and I think it's Tall Guy car reviews. Call him Tall Guy. Slim guy, really tall. I watched the video of him getting in the RT, even in the third row seats, and he seemed like he was pretty comfortable. So I thought it was a lot of room in there, but maybe because I'm so wide, let's say I'm 6'4", and I'm 350, so I'm not a small guy. So maybe that's what did it, you know, just me being wide. But I was hurt. I was pretty mad, so I started walking around, and I'm just thinking, like, what am I gonna get, man? This ain't got no room. I know a pickup ain't got no room. Like, damn. Then I came across this truck. At the time, I did not know what type of truck it was, but now I know it was a Dodge Ram, which I think they switched over to Rams, so they just call them Rams now. 1500 Sport Edition, but it had the blackout package. It was a 4-door crew cab. Beautiful truck. Absolutely beautiful truck. Give me a little picture that I had. Look at that. Beautiful. I was like, oh man, that thing looks like it may have a lot of room in it too. And I told my wife, I'm like, if I get something like that, because I didn't even know if I was able to even get another vehicle, even if I got rid of those two. I haven't really brought a lot of vehicles in my life, so. And I'm like, man, this is, well, from a dealership, you know, from person to person, I brought quite a few. But, so we went up front, and I was asking them about the truck, and they said it's already sold. Heart going again. I'm like, all right, let me go to another spot. So we drove out about 30, 40 minutes out to another spot that we know of, that my mother purchased the car when I was younger from, and they're still there. Seem like they're real good people. We get there, sales guy come out, takes us inside. He wants us to look on the computer because he says, you know, we have so many different places we can get cars from all over. So I'm like, all right. Now, what I did not like about this guy, it was a Chevy dealership, by the way. What I did not like about this guy was he was very pushy to the point he was almost ignorant. Telling me, you know, oh, you ain't gonna shop nowhere else. You're gonna get everything from here. You know, he looked up in the files. He realized I purchased a car from him about 5 years ago. Oh, I see you purchased a car before. I'm like, yeah. The sales guy I had, he doesn't work there anymore. So he was extremely nice. And this guy was just like, oh, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You ain't buying nowhere else but here. Just like telling me what I'm doing. I'm trying to tell this guy the type of truck I'm looking for, gear I'm looking for. Because I already know kind of, if I'm going with a truck, I was looking for, you know, anywhere between a 12 and a 15 Silverado. That's what I was telling him. I love the Silverados with the chrome in the front end. It just looks manly. They look beefy. You get the square tire wells. They look good with big rims on them, jacked up a little bit. So I was like, you know, I want to look at one of these. They really didn't have anything on the lot like that was used. So he's going through all these pictures and looking at $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 trucks, 2020s, 2019s. And I'm like, that's not what I want. He's not listening to me. He's not going for the colors I want. So instead of being ignorant, I was just like, yes, you know, whatever, just agreeing with him so I can get out of there. And then he started saying before I left, we're gonna bring some trucks in. There's some that's in another shop that's 4 hours away. We'll bring them in tomorrow. We're gonna bring these two in for you. I'm just like, whatever, yeah. So we left. Sorry for the long story, but I just want to get you guys understanding, you know, what was going on, you know. So we left, and I'm hurt. I'm like, man, like, I always wanted a Durango. I can't fit in the back seat. The room alone, I didn't even look through the rest of the car or drive it or nothing. It's not having no room in the back seat. Really put a damper in everything. Like, then seeing that pickup truck, it is just, I'm just like, oh. My wife was like, remember that Dodge? You like that Dodge, right? I said, yeah. She said, let's go to Dodge. I'm like, you know what? It's on the way home. I'll swing by, stop by Dodge. So we swung over to, I believe it was Northtown Dodge. We get there, we pull in. It looked like they're having some kind of sale or something. But anyway, we pull in, we find a parking spot. We walk around from the side of the building all the way to the back. I mean, I'm looking around, I'm seeing trucks, but nothing that catches my eye. For me, if I'm buying something, not only do it need to have the functionality that I need, but I also need to have the looks. I need to look at that vehicle and go, ah, that's mine. Not for nobody else, but for myself. So, we're walking around. I'm like, let's get out of here, man. There's nothing here. You know, in the back of my head, I'm like, I still wanted that Durango. I'm still mad about it. As we were leaving, they have the poles and they have lights on them. Right under the pole, there's one truck and the light's shining right on it. And it's a Dodge. Now, once again, at the time, I didn't know what kind of truck it was. So I really didn't do a lot of research on anything Dodge besides the Durango and somewhat the Silverado, but I was aiming towards the Durango. So now, when I seen this Dodge sitting there, the first thing that caught my eye was the color. It wasn't black, it wasn't exactly gray or blue. I couldn't make out what kind of color the truck was, but it was beautiful to me. Like it took my breath away. You know, it had the big back door, which now I know is a crew cab. Then I didn't know what the big back door was called. But I'm just looking at it, it's got the color match bumpers. I go in the back, it's dual exhaust to see the 4x4. So I know it's got 4-wheel drive on it. I'm trying to open the door and it's locked. So I immediately walk right into the dealership. This guy comes up to me, asks me if he can help me. And I said, yes. I said, the Dodge that you have right out there under the light, I would like to take a closer look at it if you don't mind. You know, the guy was real nice, went and got the keys, came out with us, just talking to us. So we went over to the truck. You know, I got in, turned it on, and when I got in, I was just like relief, like, man, this is really, really nice. My kid's in the back seat, you know, I'm just sitting there, I'm messing with the gauges and stuff. I'm liking the truck. The gentleman was like, would you like to take it for a spin? I looked at my wife, I said, what do you think? She said, yeah, why not? So I said, okay. He goes in, get the plates, take my license, take a picture of my license, whatever. At this time, it's like 6:30, 6:45 at night. It's funny because he comes up to the side of the truck, he goes like this, he said, close at 9, about 6:45. As long as you're back by the time we close, you know, go out, have some fun, drive it, see how you like it. First time ever I've been in a dealership where the guy was now pushy, didn't seem like he was trying to sell me nothing, just wanted me to have a good time. And to me, that's a good sell tactic. That's a smooth move right there. So we get in the truck and we drive around and I'm just loving it. I'm sitting up high. The pipes, even though they're from the factory, they're sounding pretty good from the inside. And we're all in there. I turn up the music. The music sound good. I just feel like I'm on top of the world. Do a couple of pulls. I'm impressed by the power, especially from the size of this truck. Like, to be able to move the way it moves made me feel good, you know. And it's got the Hemi in it, so I know it's a bigger engine. It's a 5.7, you know, 395 horsepower, which I didn't know at the time how much horsepower it had. So I can feel the difference. But in my mind, I'm like, if this engine was in a car, man, it'd be crazy. But anyway, you pull over to a parking lot. I get out and I have to walk around it because I want to take a closer look at it. I see there's a camera in the back, which I do like. I looked in the back, I see there was some scratches in the bed, like a lot of scratches, like somebody been carrying something and just dragged it. So there's a bunch of scratches in the bed, but I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll talk about that when we get back. But the truck itself was just amazing. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get in the back seat before I get way too excited and now there's no room. So me and my wife and my oldest, which is almost 6 feet tall, 13 years old, about 140 pounds, 150 pounds. We all got in the back seat, all three of us, and I could not believe it. I had both seats, the driver and passenger seat, all the way back. Even if this part right here leaned back a little bit, and when I got in the back seat, my knees nowhere near the back seat. I mean, it was just as much room in the back as it is in the front, maybe even a little bit more. I felt comfortable. My wife was comfortable, my son was comfortable. Right then, I took that deep breath of, we're getting this. Not knowing if I can get it or not. So we head back to the dealership. I pull in. It's about maybe 8 o'clock, so I didn't spend too much time out. And I go inside, I'm like, hey, I want to get this truck. Let's write up, see what we can do. So we sit down. He asked me what kind of payment I'm looking for. I said, it depends on what you guys are gonna offer me. He said, how you plan on doing it? You plan on putting some money down, trading in? I said, depends on the numbers you can get me. He said, okay, well, you know, work with me a little bit. Well, like where you want to be around? I said, go get some numbers. Comes back with 12, with a sheet with 12 numbers of, you know, anywhere from 2 years to 8 years or 84 months, whatever it is. and how much you put down, the percentages. I'm looking at them all, and I'm just like, he said, so which one do you like? And I was like, none of them really. He was like, well, if you put this $2,000 down, you're gonna get this with this interest rate. I'm like, these numbers, I believe you can do better. And I want to see the total cost of the truck at the end of it all. And what am I actually paying? He left for a while, came back, they looked pretty good. Now, the one I liked the most was the 84 months because I had a low payment, interest rate wasn't too bad, and the total payment wasn't that bad. So I was like, you know what? I want this, but I want it in 60 months, but I don't want to change that end. Raised me by 1.5 points, and that's where he got me at. Now, before I signed the papers, I was like, you know, there's a lot of scratches in the back of the bed. You know, I want to get rid of that before I buy this truck. So he was telling me, you know, we can get a spray and bed liner, all this other bull crap. I didn't want to hear that. I'm like, what kind of warranties you got? So he hits me with this Zurich warranty. Now, this particular warranty covers everything. If I scratch my rim on the curb, they have to fix it. If my paint fades, they have to fix it. If I get a dent in the car, somebody come and kick my car and boot it, they fix it with no money out of my pocket. And I was like, man, that sounds pretty good. And it's for 3 years of limited mileage. I was like, okay. So we got the warranty. That made me feel good first off. So I know the scratch is gonna be gone. I'm getting a spray and bed liner, which I like that more than that plastic shit, or you know, the carpet stuff. I can put that all over that, but I wanted something that's gonna be durable and is gonna last. And I have to go back every year to get it resprayed as far as underneath the car that I also get as well. But that's all paid for. I'll never have to pay that again. Now, my wife was sitting there, and she's so funny. My wife was like, I have trouble getting in the vehicle. I want to get some steps or something on the side. So they're showing us all this chrome stuff. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want black. You know, I see the ones that I want, and I said I want them. And she's like, well, you know, the winter is coming, so I want to be able to start the truck up, my husband be able to start the truck up and warm it up before he goes out. Now, to me, I'm like, man, that's my wife. Like, look at her, she's doing her thing. So the guy was like, I'll tell you what, if you guys gonna get the truck, let me just take it off the 4-wheel drive here while I'm parked here, so I don't forget when I come out. I just pulled up to work. So he was like, I'll throw in the starter for free, and I'll meet you halfway on the steps. I was like, cool, for that same price right here, just with that added in the plan. He said yes. So now as he going away to get the finance manager, I know my credit is not that good. Maybe a little worse than what I told him. And you know, it was late at night, so they couldn't get a hold of the banks. He said he'd call us in the morning. So we left, we go home. I'm like, man, you know, I don't know if we'll be able to get the truck or not, but we did some good negotiation. Call us that next morning, said they got good news and they got bad news. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, they're about to hit us right here. Good news is they can get us the truck. I'm like, okay, so what's his bad news? Bad news is there's only 2 or 3 banks that's willing to finance us. Now, you can get everything done, but it's gonna be 3 points higher for interest than what it originally was. And it's gonna pretty much run our payment up $50 more a month. I sat there and thought about it for a minute. Now, when I brought my Pontiac, what I did was I purchased the car, had it for a year, refinanced it. It was like, I think it was at like 12%. I refinanced it, got it down to 4%, and I paid it off a year and a half faster than what it originally was supposed to be paid off as. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same thing with the truck. I just told him, yeah, get the truck, $50 more ain't that bad. I can refinance it with my credit union and get it back down. So we end up getting the truck with the side steps and the spray and bed liner with the automatic starter, which to me was wonderful. And I was worried about the warranty, but if you check in the description down below, I believe it was episode 3 where I did damage already. You guys check that out. I already used the warranty and it works exactly the way they said it would. And that's crazy to me that I already used it and it worked exactly the way that they said it would, because I thought it was gonna be some money out of my pocket, some stipulations, but I came in there, the damage, fixed it, no money down, got it back. I'm in the truck and I'm so excited. So once again, let's just back everything up. The reason I went with a Dodge was because the way it looked, the looks caught me. You know, it just looked it aggressive. I love the color. The color really caught my eye, was the main thing. The dual exhaust at the back being 4-wheel drive, the bigger engine. The second thing the reason I purchased it was the room. It's so roomy in here that it fits my family, and that's what I wanted, something to fit my family and be able to take our trips where I can throw my kids' gear in the back, which I had to get a roll-up cover, which if you check in the descriptions down below, I got a video of me actually installing my roll-up cover that I got off of Amazon. Check that out. It's gonna be a full review on that soon as well. But yeah, you know, just the room, the power, and the price. You know, I got it for mid to high 20s. And I only got 20,000 miles on it. It's a 2015. So got it for a great price. Got a lot with it. I am gonna do a full review of this truck, of the 5 things I hate about this truck and the 5 things that I love about this truck. If I had to do it all over again, I still would have got it. The 5 things are not that bad, but I will be doing a review of the truck. And like I said, but I didn't go with Chevy due to the fact of how pushy the guy was, and I couldn't really get to look at any Chevys. We didn't stop at any Ford places. Either place didn't have any Fords, so I didn't even get a chance to even look at a Ford. So for me, like I said, walking into that dealership, this truck catching my eye, just the color of it, how cool the salesman was, everything just kind of rolled into place for me. And that's how I ended up with the Ram 1500 with the Hemi in it. The actual color of the Ram is, I believe it's called gray diesel with a metal flake in it. Beautiful truck, man. I love this truck to death. Once again, I just want to say thank you for all you guys who's tuning in, giving me support, and watching another episode of Rizzy Talks. If you go out there to a Dodge dealership and you're looking to get a truck, make sure you ask them about that Zurich plan. I will have the exact spelling in the descriptions in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's a wonderful plan. Like I said, it already worked. I think it's a great deal, good bang for your buck, because you never know when you're gonna get a ding or something happen to your truck. And it's always best when you ain't gotta use your insurance company and get it fixed for free, which I absolutely love. So once again, thank you guys for watching another Rizzy Talks. I'm dropping a new episode every single Tuesday, so tune in for that. I love y'all. I gotta get in here to work because I'm already about 8 minutes late. So I love y'all. Till next time, peace. Ah!